The thing that I really like is seeing people do something that they think they can't do, or trying something, facing a challenge, and then pushing through and continuing to try. To me, it gives me courage to see that people can be willing to do something. We see people who have never climbed before, they're terrified of it, they're scared of heights, and we say, no, you can do it, and we give them encouragement, and we try to help give them some kind of motivation, and they go for it, and they do it, and at the end, they're so excited that they did it. You know, that's just really fulfilling to me. My wife, Jessica, and I most recently lived in Washington State in the USA. And we just felt like God was calling us somewhere else, and we prayed about it, and through prayer and study, God brought us to this place. Bangkok is a giant city. I think there's like 12 million people that live here. They say there's 2 million that commute into work every day. It's very modern. It's got a lot of high-tech stuff. Neither one of us really likes urban settings or the city. We much more prefer nature and being outdoors, but sometimes you have to give up your desires and your wants for what God has. So yeah, He brought us here, and it wouldn't have been our first choice, but it's His choice, and so that's what we want to do. So the F5 Challenge Center is a health-focused center of influence in Bangkok, Thailand, where we're trying to connect with people and minister to felt needs through the avenue of health and fitness. F5 is actually an acronym, or there's 5 F's rather. It's faith, fellowship, fitness, fortitude, and fun. And those correlate with the 5 aspects of health: the spiritual, the mental, the physical, the emotional, and the social. It's kind of a holistic, encompassing message of health to try and connect with every aspect. Depression and suicide rates are really high, and so meeting those social and those emotional needs are also really important. Climbing is a very good thing for that. Climbing has been shown in studies to help with depression and different things like that. We have the climbing gym here where people can come and they can try out climbing, but also during the times where the weather is good, we lead weekly outdoor trips. We take people out of this giant city where they can go and climb on real rock. You know, to be able to see God's creation, to be able to see and interact with them in nature. And then basically you're spending 8 hours with a group of people, and it really gives opportunities in a social setting just to interact with each other, to learn about one another, and to really build those connections that build trust. When you're hanging off the side of a cliff 26 meters up in the air, and the only thing keeping you from falling to death is the person below holding onto the rope, it really builds trust and community. And so then when they come back down and they're so excited and they're really pumped up, you give them a high five, you say, that was great, and then they sit down there while they wait for the next 2 people, and you get to talk and interact with them. And so you're building that relationship in a social setting. But we've had people talk to us about very personal challenges that they're facing. Maybe when they come into the gym and they're just kind of one-on-one, then they, this is something that's going on. And so we found that it really helps build a solid relationship rather than something where, you see them every once in a while. The majority of people are living in cities. And often, when we first were thinking about becoming missionaries, we were thinking about, in the jungle adventures. We were reading Eric B. Hare stories, and fighting tigers and rogue elephants. And when God called us to Bangkok, it was like, that's not really a mission field, that's a city. But yeah, as we thought about it, it's like, this is a huge mission field. And it's where people, they don't know, and oftentimes they don't care. They don't really feel a need. They don't feel like they need anything physical. But what they fail to understand is that they do have emotional needs. They do have social needs. They have these things, and oftentimes you don't even know. You feel like, well, I got an Audi and I got a nice house and I got a girlfriend. I don't need anything else. But when we connect with them, we're able to share with them and build those relationships. You come to understand that, and you can help, share that there is a need that you have. You think that you're filling it with all of these things that you have, but it's not actually filling it. And that hole that you feel is actually can be filled with God, and He's seeking you and actively looking to connect with you there. But yeah, working with a group that has everything, it takes right more to the heart, that work towards the heart.